Golden State Warriors today is sponsored by Mint Mobile. Just like Steph Curry's three-point range is unlimited, so too is Mint Mobile on America's largest 5G network. The best news out of all of this, plans starting as low as $15 per month. If you plug in the link at the bottom of your screen, it's mintmobile.com/chatsports. Get signed up. Start saving money today. So we're talking about all of the latest Golden State Warriors news and rumors on today's show, especially with some of the contractual question marks that surround the Warriors roster as we progress into the future. And Bleacher Report did something interesting where they took a look at how the Dubs might navigate next summer's financial crunch with contract extensions coming up in the horizon. Here's what Bleacher Report had to say about the financial predicament that the Warriors are in. Assuming the Dubs don't get any extensions done between now and then, they'll send both Andre Wiggins and Jordan Poole to the open market next summer. Draymond Green could join them by declining his $27.5 million player option for 2023-24, which could be on the table as he's reportedly seeking max money from Golden State. The Warriors can't afford to pay everyone. Klay Thompson will be a free agent in 2024, so while the team spends the upcoming season chasing a championship, the front office will be trying to figure out which player or players is non-essential for future title pursuits. And this is a subject matter that we've continued to talk about over time. The Warriors are entering historic luxury tax thresholds. No team in the history of the NBA has been penalized more for being in the luxury tax, and no team in NBA history has spent as much as what the Warriors are spending on this roster right now and potentially moving ahead into the future. So when you look at some of the players who could be available, who could go elsewhere, who are very important to the current iteration of the Golden State Warriors, you of course have to look at a couple of players here. Draymond, Klay, Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins, in terms of an all-around player with the youth, I thought he was the second best Warriors player in the NBA Finals, could be the most valuable asset. And Wiggins would yield the Warriors' biggest return in a potential trade. And that's also a conversation that the Warriors are going to have within this front office, led by the best general manager in the sport in Bob Myers. Should we pay Andrew Wiggins big-time bucks for a contract extension, or do we look to trade him and then we have the possibility of him leaving for absolutely nothing when he could yield a lot in a potential trade? Look, I like Andrew Wiggins, but we're having these same types of conversations on the show that are transpiring within these front offices. So, who do you think the Dubs could let go between two legends if one of these legends were to be let go? Let's take a moment talking about both of these players. Klay Thompson coming off a couple of injury-plagued seasons to the ACL as well as the Achilles. He gives you shooting and premier wing defense. As for Draymond Green, critical to the Warriors championship culture. One of the best defenders that I've ever seen in the history of the NBA, and that positional versatility, the switching ability, and just his knack for making championship-level plays, holding people accountable, and bringing that dog-like mentality to the floor is really, really important. And it can't be understated what Draymond Green means to this basketball team. If everybody has their way, you can pay everybody. And you know what? I'm not going to rule that out from Bob Myers, as well as Joe Lacob, this ownership group, because they want to continue to pursue and chase NBA championships. And if having Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins allows them to do that, I'm not ruling out that the Warriors could pay all these guys, but it is a little bit unrealistic to a certain degree. So with that, we pose you the biggest question for today's show, our poll question: who leaves the Warriors, if anybody? 22 for Andrew Wiggins, 3 for Jordan Poole, 23 for Draymond Green, 11 for Klay Thompson. Join the conversation down below in the comment section and join the program. As I mentioned off the top of the show, Warriors today, sponsored by Mint Mobile. I made the switch to Mint Mobile because during that period of inflation, which is still lasting, by the way, I had to save some money because my monthly price tags were going up, and I couldn't afford a lot of the luxuries that I wanted to afford, including my cell phone bill. So I got off my family plan and I joined Mint Mobile because their cell phone plans begin as low as $15 per month. What's also cool, I'm a popular guy. I'm in the media, right? I'm a broadcaster. I have so many contacts in my phone. I didn't want to change my cell phone number. Otherwise, people would be hitting me up thinking that I'm ghosting them. And they'd be like, oh, I thought Shea Sr. was a cool cat. He hasn't answered my text. You don't have to change your phone number if you make the seamless switch over to Mint Mobile. So start saving money today by heading to mintmobile.com/chatsports. Even your parents are going to be asking you, why are you calling us so much? Because they have unlimited talk and text on America's largest 5G network. We round out today's show with this and then a note on Steph Curry with that potential Under Armour contract, which I got to hit up Steph Curry to see if he can give me some cash. Steve Kerr weighing in on Andre Iguodala, the four-time NBA champion coach, wants Iguodala back with the Dubs this year. And if you're Iggy, you understand that your body is breaking down. You just won yet another NBA championship. If you want to still play, why not come back to the Warriors? It's Warriors or bust if I was in the shoes of Iggy. I'm either walking away in what is going to be an NBA basketball Hall of Fame career, or I'm coming back to the Dubs. I'm not going to another team out there. And here's what Steve Kerr had to say about one of the more valuable and underrated players during this Warriors dynastic run. We hope that Iggy comes back. There's going to be times during the season where he'll be healthy and helping us win games, and there'll be times where he's not playing but still patrolling that locker room and making sure guys are learning how to win and how to be champions. And when you have the resume of Andre Iguodala, a lot of people respect you, whether they're veterans who are established, who have been in the league for a long time, or if they're young players who you're setting the example for. This goes to show you the value of Andre Iguodala and the respect that he's been able to garner. Four-time NBA champ, NBA Finals MVP back in 2015, All-Star with the Sixers in 2012, two-time NBA All-Defensive Team, and a 2012 gold medalist. Now, you look at his last 4 years, and of course, the numbers have gone down, but Andre Iguodala at this juncture of his career, probably more of a glue guy than he is a consistent rotational piece. And that's okay, because the Warriors don't need him to be that player that he was several years ago, like back in 2015, where he was knocking down those corner threes and defending LeBron James at an elite level, playmaking for others and himself. He just needs to be a veteran who can give them some minutes, give you that player coach, but also give you some really good defense as well. So Dub Nation, one of the bigger questions of this offseason has been what happens to Andre Iguodala. Will he play next year? One more time, let me know what you think. P for play, R for retire. Get those votes into the comment section. Other Warriors news and notes that we want to get to round out the show. We're going to touch on Steph Curry here because some rumors hovering that Steph Curry could get a massive, massive deal from Under Armour. Money, 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 baby. Steph Curry reportedly closing in on a $1 billion lifetime contract with Under Armour. Now, several years ago, when Under Armour brought in Steph Curry, Jordan Spieth, when he was winning major championships, they inked Tom Brady to a deal, Bryce Harper, Michael Phelps. You're thinking, they'll never catch Nike, but could they become the second best shoe brand out there? Steph Curry has really helped elevate them, and I'm not sure they're ever going to be up there to the upper echelon of Nike, but Under Armour has a really good lineup of athletes, and Steph Curry, the face, in addition to Tom Brady. So $1 billion, he sold a lot of shoes, and that's a $1 billion lifetime contract where he can continue to wear that gear all for free. And then lastly, Tim Hardaway, elected to the Hall of Fame, becomes the final member of Run TMC to make the Hall of Fame with Chris Mullin as well as Mitch Richmond. Clap it up for Tim Hardaway. Really good player. I know we talked about his son, Tim Hardaway Jr., as a potential trade candidate, but for Tim Hardaway, elected to the Hall of Fame, awesome, awesome news. Clap it up for him. As always, appreciate all of you for watching. If you made it this far and you haven't subscribed, you ain't alive.